go. Mark 7R 2015. Absolutely lovely bit of kit. Some people don't like the Tornado red, but I was always going to have a red car at some point. Just looks quick. Right, let's take it for a little drive. Let's go around some roads local to me, do a bit of chatting about the car. Through my narrow gates. I want a club of those. Sound of this thing, and this thing is pretty damn loud, I'm not going to lie, but I was always going to have a loud car, so sorry anyone who has to spend quite a bit of time with me. But yeah, basically it has a full Miltech system, turbo back, 3-inch decat, not valved, not resonated, so yeah, it certainly is loud. Obviously that doesn't come as standard with the Golf. I'm not sure what comes standard with the Golf, to be honest. Nothing special, I don't think. But yeah, certainly a good upgrade. The drive of the car, I mean, it's absolutely planted wherever you want to go. You may have seen from some of my other videos, I took this to Donington. I've raced around Donington in supercarts, so I'm quite familiar with it. Spent most of my childhood there, to be honest. Yeah, took that round there, and it was just absolutely on rails, honestly. It's just pretty much the perfect setup for track, and to be honest, from my opinion, obviously it's still a road car. It's not decked out, it's not stripped and everything like that. Certainly handles very well. Lots of talking about different tyres. I followed the crowd and went for Michelin Pilot Sports. Before that I had Uni Royals, but they were, when I got the car, they were pretty much on their way out, but they were also good. Can't fault either of them. In fact, there's probably a little less front end with the Michelins, I find. I don't know if that's just me, or that is just what the tyres are, but yeah, either way, I mean, they're great. They're both great compounds and great tyres, but I felt probably just a little bit more on the Uniroyals on the front, but it still absolutely sticks to the road. I can feel quite a few just little differences, but I pick that up from my racing anyway. This being stage 2 anyway, it's got about 410 horsepower, so it shifts. It really does shift. Launch control in this is like nothing I've ever felt. The only thing I can say comes anywhere close is a KZ kart, a 125 shifter in a short circuit spec, and the 0 to 60 has got to be similar. They really are very quick. As you can see, quick. The launch control is absolutely ridiculous as well. You think it's quick just from standard, but you turn launch control on and it will about rip your face off, honestly. So this is northwest Leicester. For anyone who didn't recognise these roads, or from anyone who's around Leicester, you'll recognise this bit. It's near Bradford Park. For anyone else, if you give it a Google, you'll know where it is. Absolutely lovely day for it. Makes a change from the awful weather, although it was hailing earlier. Like MPG, I was very pleasantly surprised with the MPG, to be honest. Before this I had a Super Impreza Hawkeye 2.5 litre boxer, obviously, in that, and that absolutely drank petrol. You barely get over like 20 miles to the gallon. But this, obviously the saving grace in this is the fact that you can change modes, so you can go from eco, normal, sport, you know, depending on what drive you want. The great thing about this car, some people may say it's a little bit boring and things like that, but you know, you can put it in eco, it's just a normal car for normal driving. You put it in sport and it's, you know, it becomes your hot hatch on a racetrack. That's what I love about this thing. So I can drive it to work and be normal, and then the next day I can have it round Donington Park and it, you know, be a fantastic car on the track as well as on the road. But MPG, I can probably, I get anywhere between 25 to 37, depending on, you know, how I'm driving and what mode I'm in. So on the MPG front, really not too bad at all, but obviously a lot of the saving grace comes from the modes for that. The inside, as you can probably see from this angle, it's really nice, obviously what you'd expect from a German car. Steering wheel's really nice, dials are nice, everything's finished quite well, it doesn't feel too cheap or anything like that, although I did have this thing fail recently when I took it in for a service, and I took it to ProTech Automotive, they're local over Enderby way, and that just completely failed. So I did say that the switches in a VW are quite prone to just not working, so tiny bit of a negative, but nothing major. And the only other thing I just absolutely hate, and it's just completely useless, is the infotainment screen. If you ever try and use the nav as well, it's just, honestly, it's just not even worth your time trying to do anything with it. It's absolutely shocking. It is by far probably the worst thing about the car. Everything else on it is fine, you know, it's not the most amazing thing, it's not the snappiest thing and things like that, but it does the job. I basically only connect it for my Bluetooth and the radio if it's on, and there's some vehicle settings in there, but yeah, apart from that it's nothing to write home about. So I originally got the car from Blakedown. I imagine a lot of you have seen their Facebook now, and they've grown in popularity very quickly, and I must say the guys do an absolutely sterling job. I had my eyes on this for a little while, and I was, you know, surprised it was still there when I got to it. So it was pretty much a perfect car when I was looking. But they are fantastic to deal with, and they have some great cars. And some of the things I've seen since I bought this car, you know, it makes you want to go back. But yeah, if you're in the market for a performance car of some nature, they have lots of stock. So definitely check them out. And they were fantastic to deal with. They really were. God, I hate them things. This car is lowered and things like that, you know, it's still comfy. You know, it is a bit of a harder ride, but it's, you know, I've had this on journeys for my work from Leicester to London and things like that, and you know, it's certainly not uncomfortable. Nothing of that nature, definitely. the only other thing I hate is stop start. And you forget to turn it off. You can't help but put your foot down sometimes, to be honest. It does bring on that antisocial, yeah, and does bring on that antisocial side, I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, the car's totally worth it. Say that the car itself looks a bit boring. I can understand that, to be honest. It just looks like a GTD, to be honest. There's not a lot to distinguish them, but yeah, it's just how it is. I think the front looks, the front and rear, I think look quite ferocious. So I don't mind the look of the car personally. I know the price is probably falling a bit in these now, especially with the Mark 8 being announced and things like that. Honestly not sure what the price would be for something like this, but it's probably going to be around 18, 19, 20 I guess, depending on the spec. Oh, lovely roads. Overall with the car, honestly, it's just a great all-rounder. That's what I find with it. You know, coming from a Subaru Impreza that was just, you know, constantly in race mode and everything like that. You know, it's really whatever you want in a car. It's just a great all-rounder. Like I said, in eco mode for the drive to work's fine. Next day you're at Donington Park, or you know, on some B roads or whatever, and it's just a great thing to drive. With it being all-wheel drive, obviously it just sticks. Really does stick to the road. With it being German, prices are probably a little bit higher for things. I wouldn't say I've noticed, to be honest, with my servicing and things like that. As I said, I've used Protec Automotive over near Enderby, so if you're somewhere in the Leicester area, somewhere to go and get servicing done on. They specialise in German, but they do everything as well. I thoroughly recommend those guys. They did a great job for me, and they were good on price. The other thing with these as well, you'll see I've got the, I don't know if you can see it, but the oil temp on the dash. So it's always recommended to get these up to, about 80 before you start giving it any revs or anything like that. Just get everything warmed up basically. Not used to the sun being this bright. DSG as well, that noise it makes when it changes gear. Yeah, so I love the, noise is a big thing for me with any car. But yeah, just the noise this thing makes is great. If you guys have, if you're looking for a Mark 7R and you either want some advice or a question about something, do let me know in the comments. I've pretty much, I've had this car since August now, so I've pretty much got everything dialed in with it and understand it quite a lot. So yeah, if you've got anything, any burning questions or anything like that, then do drop them in. Sound either, but the turbo spool I get from this is ridiculous. The noise it makes. I've got the Ram Air kit on it, so the noise it makes. Pretty cool. Huge Amazon depot. future plans with the car, I haven't really got any, to be honest. I bought it being exactly what it was. Yes, it's bought, not built, but you know, I wasn't really going to faff around with that. So yeah, not really got any plans for it. Use, a bit like what I want to do it with. He's struggling to want more, or to have more, really. It's great for all of that. Recently had new pads on it as well. I've stuck with what I had before, so that's EBC yellow for me. It's got EBC discs on it and things like that, so I've stuck with what was going all right before. I'm literally just finishing bedding those in. Protec told me 400 miles because of the compound they wear, so having to be a little patient with that. Brilliant, so there we go, guys. Yeah, drop things you want to know in the comments. Yeah, anything you want to know, drop it on the comments. Yeah, that's it really. Hope that was useful to some of you. Yeah, overall just a cracking car, honestly. Like, I've been more impressed with it than I thought I would be. You know, when I've test driven them before and things like that. This one, I think stage 2 brings it alive. I'm not going to lie, I don't know. I tested a standard one and that was good, but you know, stage 2 certainly another ball game for these. You know, things like on track as well, you know, they'll upset anything that's on there really. But yeah, fantastic car. I cannot praise it enough. It's not let me down yet. Being ultra reliable, you know, obviously with any car, just keep on top of things, keep checking things, you know, get them regularly serviced and things like that. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that, guys. Catch you later.